Have you ever stopped to wonder about the air you're breathing right now? Most of us take it for granted, inhaling deeply without a second thought. But what if I told you that the very oxygen filling your lungs could one day disappear, and much sooner than you'd ever imagine? I'll admit I was shocked when I learned that Earth's oxygen supply isn't as permanent as we think. It's easy to assume that the blue sky above and the gentle breeze are eternal, but science tells a different story. Could it really be possible that the oxygen we depend on could vanish, leaving our planet unrecognizable? The answer, according to NASA and leading scientists, is a resounding yes, and the timeline is far more urgent than you might expect. NASA, the world's leading space agency, has been quietly sounding the alarm. Their latest research doesn't just speculate, it predicts an actual end date for life as we know it on Earth. This isn't science fiction. It's a scientific forecast, and it's sending shockwaves through the scientific community. Imagine a clock ticking down, not just for humanity, but for every living thing that breathes oxygen. That's the reality we're facing, according to NASA's models. The countdown has already begun, and the numbers are startling. This isn't just another doomsday scenario, it's a wake-up call. If you care about the future of our planet, you need to hear what comes next. Here's the shocking truth. Earth's oxygen isn't a limitless resource. In fact, it's far more fragile than most people realize. Our atmosphere, the invisible shield that makes life possible, is under threat from forces both natural and man-made. According to a groundbreaking NASA-supported study, the very air we breathe could collapse in a geological blink of an eye. This isn't just a theory, it's backed by decades of atmospheric data, computer models, and the collective expertise of scientists around the globe. The atmosphere, which has sustained life for billions of years, is more vulnerable than we ever imagined. The oxygen we rely on is the result of a delicate balance between the sun, the earth, and the living organisms that call it home. But that balance is shifting. And the timeline for disaster? It's not in the distant future. It could happen much earlier than anyone expected, within the next 10,000 years, not a billion years from now, as once believed. So, what's causing this looming crisis? The answer lies with our sun. As it ages, the sun is gradually getting hotter and brighter. This might sound like a slow, harmless process, but its effects on our planet are anything but gentle. The increased solar energy will eventually break down carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. This is a huge problem because carbon dioxide is the lifeblood for plants and algae, the organisms responsible for producing the oxygen we breathe. Without enough carbon dioxide, plants and algae can't perform photosynthesis. That means they can't make oxygen. Imagine a world where forests, jungles, and oceans are stripped of their ability to create the air we need to survive. The chain reaction is devastating. As plants and algae die off, oxygen production grinds to a halt, the air becomes thinner and every breath becomes a struggle. Life as we know it would be impossible. When that happens, oxygen levels will plummet, fast. We're not talking about a slow decline over millions of years. We're talking about a catastrophic drop, 1,000,000 times less oxygen than we have today. The consequences would be immediate and irreversible. Picture a world where the air is so thin, even the hardiest animals and plants can't survive. The oceans would become barren, forests would wither, and the skies would darken. It's a scenario straight out of a science fiction nightmare, but it's grounded in real science. The result? Complex life, humans, animals, and plants would be wiped out. The rich tapestry of life that has evolved over billions of years would unravel in a matter of centuries. Humans, with all our technology and ingenuity, would be powerless against such a fundamental change. Our cities, our cultures, our very existence would be erased, leaving only traces for future explorers, if any exist, to find. Only the toughest, most resilient microbes might survive. These tiny organisms, some of which already thrive in extreme environments, could become the dominant life forms on Earth. The age of complex life would be over, replaced by a world ruled by microbes. NASA's supercomputers have run countless simulations, and the results are clear. The decline in oxygen could begin much sooner than we ever thought possible. The models are sobering, showing a rapid and unstoppable collapse of the atmosphere's ability to support life. These models aren't just numbers on a screen, they represent the future of our planet, and they're a stark warning that we can't afford to ignore. The decline in oxygen isn't just a possibility, it's a probability, unless something changes. The most shocking part, the timeline. The real decline could start in just 10,000 years, a blink of an eye in geological terms. That's not some distant, abstract future. It's within the lifespan of our species, and it could affect countless generations to come. Not a billion years from now, as we once believed, but potentially within the next few millennia. The clock is ticking, and every second counts. It's important to remember that this is part of Earth's natural cycle. The planet has gone through massive changes before, and life has always found a way to adapt. But this time, there's a twist. Human activity is making things worse. Pollution, deforestation, and the relentless burning of fossil fuels are accelerating the decline. By destroying forests and polluting the air, we're speeding up the very process that could one day wipe us out. So, what can we do? Is there any hope for the future? The answer is yes, but only if we act now. NASA is leading the charge, using cutting-edge technology to monitor the atmosphere and track every breath of oxygen produced and consumed on our planet. Their satellites orbit the Earth, collecting data on everything from air quality to greenhouse gas emissions. This information is crucial for understanding how our actions are affecting the planet and what we can do to change course. In high-tech labs around the world, scientists are developing new ways to protect and restore the atmosphere. From planting trees to inventing machines that capture carbon dioxide, the race is on to save our planet's most precious resource. But time is running out. We need to act before it's too late. Every decision we make, from the cars we drive to the food we eat, has an impact on the future of our atmosphere. Want to stay ahead of Earth's next big crisis? The first step is awareness. By understanding the science and sharing this knowledge, we can inspire action and make a difference. Subscribe for more wild science updates, and join a community of people who care about the future of our planet. Together, we can push for change and hold leaders accountable. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. The more people know about Earth's oxygen crisis, the better our chances of finding solutions. After all, who doesn't love a good plot twist, especially when it's about the fate of our world? Stay curious, stay informed, and remember, the clock is ticking, but together, we can make a difference.